All right, welcome to the Blueprint, episode 8. Today we're going to be talking about last week's game against Central, some injuries, rankings updates, predictions for the Fremont game, and then always finish it off with Yonk's keys to winning this week.
All right, so let's start off with the Central game. Big win, that's for sure. Offense showed some very good glimpses, especially once we started opening the game up. Defense really got us the opening momentum, though, getting that turnover.
Yeah, I agree. I think we only had like 170-ish yards offensively, but it was a big win for us. Like, we still put up a lot of points, which was good. Our defense did a really good job of kind of holding their possessions to only a few minutes. I know our first possession of the game was like 8 minutes long or something like that, which was
like
pretty impressive.
Yards.
Yeah.
Central's opening drive looked like they were marching up the field pretty easily until that turnover.
Yeah. I feel like that kind of gave us like the momentum for the rest of the game. Coming out at half, we were a little flat, but we definitely picked it up in the fourth quarter. We did a pretty good job, and I know we always come out with a lot of we always have the energy coming out, and then I feel like after halftime it kind of fizzles out. But I feel like we did a good job of coming back from that. I know we had 2 interceptions on the defensive side. Nico Cosmic had one, and then Brogan Keating had one too.
Yeah, this defense has looked very good. Let's also talk about Grant Harpster's hit on Central's quarterback, B.J. Newsome.
That was impressive. It was Grant and Jordan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was wrapped up, and then it was a big hit. Helmet came off. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. All right. Ben Leslie played a little bit that game.
Yeah.
He looked pretty good.
Yeah. I feel like he does a really good job of, throwing the ball on the run. I know that's something that we've seen out of Jack Lammers, but we haven't exactly seen it to the caliber that we've seen it with Ben Leslie. In the games that he has been in, his arm has been pretty impressive for being a sophomore and not really having that much experience at all.
Yeah. I think the big difference between the two, or why Lammers gets more playing time, is because of his leadership on the team, being a senior. I think he runs the offense better.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I feel like Ben does a better job of getting the ball out quicker. I know he doesn't take as much time in the pocket as Jack does, but I mean, I also think he's a better scrambler. He can, like I said, he can throw the ball on the run. So if he does get pressure, he's gonna do a better job of getting out of it.
Yeah.
Some guys who are injured, and some guys who are coming back from injuries. Jake Carney is back. I know he had a hip injury. And I believe Colin Corrigan should be back sometime within the next few weeks.
Same with Saul, too, yeah.
Yeah.
Both of them should be back by the end of the season.
3 big components to this team that wasn't great not having.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the rankings updates.
Yeah. Village South still 1. Elk South still 2. We're 3. Westside's 4. And Pap South is 5. Big game tonight, though. Elk South and Westside play. There's a lot at stake there.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what's gonna happen there, because those are 2 very, very good teams. Elkhorn South, this is one of their better seasons that they've had in a really long time. I know they have a lot of talent. They have a running back who's committed to a D1, Jaden Sutko, I believe is his name. He's pretty good. I haven't heard much about their quarterback.
No, I haven't either. I don't know who it is.
I don't know who it is either. I feel like they've done a good job. They haven't really... Westside's going to be their first real test. They haven't really played a team that's I don't know how to describe it.
Top 5 in the state.
Top 5 in the state. They haven't really played anybody in the top 10 in the state. I know they played Grand Island and a bunch of other Omaha South. I didn't even know Omaha South had a team.
Yeah.
Either way, they're still a really good team. They got a lot of talent. I know their roster has a lot of depth to it. I feel like our chances against Westside this week or next week are pretty good.
Yeah. I think this game against Elk South will show a lot about Westside. I know they just lost to Central. That was a test. But they also beat Omaha North, who's a pretty decent team. They beat them pretty good. So that was also early in the season. So
I haven't been super impressed with Omaha North this year.
They're still a top 10 team consistently.
They're
though.
still consistent, but
Yeah.
they don't have the star power that I thought they were going to have coming into the season. Because
Yeah.
I know a lot of those guys will play 7-on-7, and they have a lot of guys who are committed to D1 schools, but it's not. I don't know if the chemistry isn't there or if it's like they're just not consistent enough.
Maybe it's the offensive play calling.
Maybe. Who's their offense coordinator?
It might be Blake Terry. I don't know for sure.
I think it is. I mean, offensively they're not bad. Defensively they could be better. I mean,
Yeah.
that's easy for us to say though, because I feel like we have one of the best defenses in the state.
We probably have the second best defense in the state, I'd say.
Because it's who you'd put Millard South ahead of
Yeah.
us. Yeah. West Side, I know they don't have as many weapons as they did last year. They lost what's his face?
Christian Jones.
Christian Jones. He's at Nebraska now.
Yeah.
A bunch of seniors who were on their defense that they don't have anymore. I know they still have a lot of depth offensively, but it's mostly the run game now.
Kind of just like us.
It is kind of just like us. I know Tate. He used to go here. He's
Really good running back.
I've talked to some of the guys, and it's part of the reason why he's such a good running back is he's super quick, but he's also very small, so he's hard to tackle. Like you can't really grab hold of him that easily because how small he is.
Yeah. All right, you want to move on to predictions for tomorrow's game against Fremont?
Absolutely. This could be a trap game. I mean, they barely beat Burke, and you remember how the Burke game went.
Yeah. But also, Fremont beat us last year.
They
by
did.
multiple touchdowns. So, who knows?
I feel like that means that we're gonna have a little bit of a chip on our
Yeah,
shoulder this year because
for
that was
sure.
a big loss for us.
Yeah.
That was a big hit to our team morale. I know that.
I think all gas on the brakes
Yeah.
this week.
All gas on the brakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. This is definitely a revenge game for us. Like you had said, we had lost last year. I know we're going to keep reiterating that, but that was like one of the most embarrassing losses our football team has had in a long time. Because
Yeah.
they were bad.
Yeah, but yeah, it happens though.
Yeah. I know. I'm not really sure who's on that team now. A bunch of seniors.
I have no idea who's on their
Yeah,
team.
a bunch of people graduated. I know people like Mo Bryant and Caden Ristow who went to Fremont and played sports. I don't know if they played football or not, but
I don't think they did, no. They played basketball and baseball, though.
okay, that's what I thought. Let's go to Yonk's keys to winning this week.
Yeah. First one is contain their option game. That's what I've been hearing about is just how Fremont's offense has a pretty good option game. So I think that's why Yonk has that as their main key.
Our second key is be the more physical team. I feel like we've done a really good job of that this year.
Yeah.
I know I've been talking to a lot of the guys, and we are outworking a lot of the other teams. I know it's not the same as it was last year in the sense that we would just have practice on some days and then there would be lifting on other days. Now it's practice lifting every day.
That's how it's always been.
Has it?
Yeah. Football's always had practice every day.
I know, but lifting every day after practice too, and
Probably.
or in the morning.
Probably ever since Clausen got here, they've probably been doing that.
Okay.
But I think a big thing about isn't just having practice, it's what they do at the practices. I think the players hold each other to bigger standards than they have in the past years. That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah.
The practices are a lot more physical and just they're into it way more.
I feel like I've heard that a lot of guys are taking the weightlifting a lot more serious than they were last year. Like guys
Yeah.
aren't screwing around in the weight room like they had been. It's more serious. Now, I mean, I feel like now that we have Coach Williams, people have been telling me that he is really big into the lifting portion of like the team.
Yeah.
He's pretty serious on that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's part of the reason why we've gotten so much better. You can see our D line. I mean, we're just stronger than other teams. We don't necessarily have the size or whatever, but we're out physicaling these teams that have more size than us. I mean,
Yeah.
size doesn't really matter when it comes down to like having grit.
Yeah. All right, the third one is win the turnover battle. I think that's a big one. I think Yonk's pretty much said that every single week. So I think that shows how important it is and how good Prep's been doing at winning that. because Lammers hasn't really turned the ball over much.
I think he has a couple
We
interceptions.
don't fumble ever either, and we always get defensive turnovers. We don't get fumbles for turnovers.
That's true. We've had some issues with fumbling the ball, but it hasn't necessarily been like
multiple people.
Yeah. It's
just a few guys.
We've definitely the only way we're gonna lose this game is if we turn the ball over.
Yeah, if we beat ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, knock on wood, obviously, but I feel like this could definitely be a trap game. We can't go out there just wanting to have fun. I mean, we have to play serious football still.
Yeah, for sure. Get these players the reps.
Yeah.
And prepare for next week.
You got any hot takes?
This week, not really. No.
I feel like Jake Carney will have more touches than Angelo.
Probably.
I mean, you kind of want to
hopefully
test him out.
Angelo's kind of resting for the second half.
Yeah.
Depending on the score.
Yeah. I think we're going to get up big, and then they're going to put in the guys who I bet Leslie goes in the third quarter.
Yeah. Get these younger guys some reps.
Maybe the second.
Maybe.
I mean, we're going to have to see how the game goes, though.
Yeah.
Another big thing for us as a team is how much depth we have, because I know we've talked about a lot of the injuries over the season, and then guys having to have that like next man up mentality. I feel like we've done a really good job of our guys who are on the bench aren't like upset that they're going to contribute to the team however they can. Because I know last year we had a lot of guys who felt like they should be starting, and that they were mad that they weren't.
And then they left. And yeah, so I mean, an example is David Heine. He wasn't really starting until this past week against Central because Corrigan got hurt. He had a pretty big game. He played good.
Yeah.
Had a few tackles here and there.
A big part of our defense, I feel, is definitely our D-line, but also our linebackers. I mean, Angelo is kind of showing that he can do more than just be an offensive guy. He's been tearing it up at linebacker too. I mean, obviously we have Mike Navarro, who's one of our big weapons on defense. We have Jake Brock, Ahanti, Cooper Fix.
He's been really good.
He's been really good. Kind of our first glimpses of him have been really good. I don't think I have much more to say than that.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I think that'll do it. Thank you for listening. Blueprint episode 9 next week.